Okay guys, today's the day. The diesel heater has to get installed underneath the fifth wheel. We have a cold front coming, snowstorm or not. Let's get under there. Let's get this done. Okay, so I'm thinking we're gonna put it in this area because I have a 2x4 here, 2x4 here. I'm gonna cut a piece of plywood and mount it. Then I'm gonna mount the diesel heater here. And there's two reasons for that. I want it close to here so I can open this up and put heat in this way. Secondly, I'm hoping to store my lithium battery in here, or I have to drill a hole and bring it into the winter room. We'll see. That's the plan. Let's get to it. Now we have to assemble this, and I'm going to cheat a little bit. This is the tank that came, and I had one this fall, but the heater didn't work. That's why I went with a different brand, and I'm going to use the tank that has diesel in it and the line and everything drilled into the tank. So we'll set this one aside. We'll use this one. Filter and everything's done, and there's already diesel in this. So that's a good thing. The plate that came with this one, this is the plate off of the other one. I modified this. You can see here, it's already cut down because I'm gonna mount this flush to the wall. And let's just check. Yeah, so it fits. So I purchased this separately. So this is what the exhaust is gonna go through the wall on. As you can see, it has a little thing in there. So this will go on the wall mount. One exhaust pipe. Oops. One on there. And then one for the muffler. And the muffler will go on here. It's just got to get everything a little bit farther away from me and be safer. And I'll monitor this very closely. So let's get to it. Cut this off. Okay, we're mounted. This is on. I'm gonna get a clamp. We're gonna fasten that down. We're gonna hook this up here. I took some boards, I screwed it on here, and you can see the hole around. Now, hopefully, I'm going to keep a very close eye on this. And then we have the exhaust out here, hooked to that rebar, tied in. Should be good. I have to figure out where I'm going to put the gas tank. I have a piece of plywood here. We're going to mount it up here. Okay, it's time to install the fuel pump. Now, it should be at a angle up to the pump. So this is what we're gonna do. There. Now this falling down. Let's put another screw here. Okay, up to there. Great. Diesel everywhere. Oh. It's going on nice anyway. Now you got to make sure, you see the little grooves in these clamps? You have to make sure that they go on the little lip, otherwise they'll leak. Okay, well, the install is done. So have a look. We have the tank outside, the fuel line is coming in here. There's the pump, the wire is hooked up, and we come over here. There is the fuel line. This is the exhaust. What I did was I taped this up and I made some security tape on here and a little piece of this wrap in case the tape broke, because I don't want the fuel line hitting the exhaust. And then over here you can see I made another little bracket, so if it comes off it won't come here. Another one here down to the pump. Now we come up here. It's basically a plug and play system. I plugged it in, we come up here, and there is the controller. Now also it comes with a fob, a remote, so we're going to set that there. We'll use that later. Then here are the power cords, so positive, negative. I extended them. There's the positive. I have to tape this one because it has red on it. Actually, we'll get rid of this red. So I have to put some tape on it to identify it as the ground. We have the air intake. I'm not putting that outside at all. What we'll have to do now is get our power supply. I am not hooking this into my 12-volt system. It's going to be on a separate battery. So we'll go out and check that out. And also that battery is going to be hooked up to solar. This thing up and running, so I know that it's working. We're going to go get the battery, bring it in here, and we're going to test this unit out. So let's go get the battery. Okay guys, this is the battery we're going to be using to keep diesel heater running, and it is made by Power Queen. It is a 12.8 100 amp battery, and yes, they are today's sponsor. I thank Power Queen for sponsoring today's video. They come with some nice handles, and also watch this. These batteries are extremely light. I'll not get into this right now. Let's take this battery in there and let's fire up that diesel heater and see if we can get it going. Okay, let's get everything ready and see if we can fire this diesel heater up. Before we get started, let's get some diesel in here. So you're probably asking yourself before, why did I put this up so high? It's gonna be hard to fill under here. Well, I don't plan on lifting any jugs. Yes, my thing is broken, but it still works. So let's just go like this, hit the button, and in goes the diesel. The only thing I'm gonna have to lift it is right to here, and as you can see, this just pumps it right in so easily. Now, we're not gonna get carried away. We're only gonna put this much, because the last time I did a diesel heater, it didn't work. So, now that we have diesel in there, let's go fire it up. All right, we're getting somewhere. So that's warm. It's actually warm air. Let's see. I have a temperature gauge in here. Let's blow some hot air on this and see what happens. Okay, you can see it's blowing hot air because I mean that's rising up. So what my plan is, this T on here, like this, I'm gonna run a pipe over to the back of the fifth wheel, like just a big pipe, and then I'm gonna have the other one come off of here and go into this room up here. You should be able to see it. See the bottom number there? It says 4.2 degrees Celsius. So I have this hooked up to a sensor that is down at the back of the fifth wheel by where my well pipe comes up. Get a pipe. I'm gonna hook this up and we're gonna see what happens here. I've been monitoring this since I put the skirting around. You know, I don't want my pipes freezing, so I've been maintaining. Now, generally what it is, whatever the temperature is outside, I've been maintaining about 5 degrees difference. So if it's 0 degrees, I'm about 5 degrees Celsius. Set this right here. I'll get this pipe hooked up, see what the temperature reads at the back of the fifth wheel. And you can see, so right now, I just put a plumbing pipe down. Let's turn a light on here for you. Pink insulation down there, right? That's my well pipe. I literally just finished this and it's been blowing down here for about, oh, I'd say 3 minutes. So let's check the temperature. So it's been blowing down there for about 3 minutes. Let's just check the temperature and see what we're at. Oh yeah, 5 degrees. It's already gone up. It's probably about 1 or 2 degrees above zero right now. I'm gonna shut everything up. We're gonna get out of here and we're gonna come back in 25 minutes. Okay guys, it is exactly, where's my watch? It's exactly 25 minutes. Now, I put the extension on. I'll show you here. There, I put the extension on and it's gonna blow into here. As you can see, there's the T, so there's the T. That one's going down and this one's coming up. All my main utilities are right over there and I want hot air in here, for the reason being that I don't want anything freezing. And if you remember a couple videos back, my water line is right there. It comes in there. So we don't want to be freezing out there. So that's blowing some pretty good heat. Do you think the temperature has risen under there? Outside temperature I just checked is 2 degrees. So it's 2 degrees above freezing. Now, in here, down there, where my well pipe comes up, have a look. 9 degrees. And where this unit is sitting right here, it's 17 degrees. So that's pretty good. Now let's have a look. I think I'm going to check my settings here. That's the temperature, 4.9. Now, I'm not sure. I really have to read the manual and figure out what everything is here. So far, so good. Now, is this going to be... So this is plan A. In my experience in this, you need plan B, C, and D. I'm going to start cleaning up here and I'm going to show you what my other plans are. I got the remote going and I just put it on the lowest setting possible. So what we're going to do now, and I also extended this out to here with another T, so there's a little bit of heat coming here, and then this is shooting out into the space in here. So there's the fob. I'll take that inside with me. Let's head outside and check out the exhaust and all the other stuff. This thing is extremely hot. I didn't think it would be. It's not hot around the wood. It's not really hot, but this is a lot hotter than what I thought it would be. So, and there's the exhaust. We're gonna fill this up. Now that we know everything's working, I'm gonna fill up the jug and we're gonna see how much this burns overnight. So give me a minute and we'll fill this up. Okay, as you can see, we're at the top. Good. Now, let's get rid of this out of here. Put that here away from the heater. Put the lid back on. We'll see you guys inside in a little bit once I get cleaned up. Everything is running perfect under the trailer. The battery's hooked up and it has been running now for 28 hours. So the diesel heater is working awesome. Now, let's talk about the battery it's hooked up to, Power Queen, which is today's sponsor. So, it's a PO4, it's a Life PO4 battery. So what it is, it's at 12.8 volts, 100 amp hours, and this is pretty good. It's 1,280 watt hours energy. So I just want to touch on a couple of things with this, but then I'm going to show you how well this battery performs. So there's a couple things. It's a low temperature charging. What that means, you can charge this battery in 5 degrees Celsius, and that is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. That's really good. There's a couple of other things here. I wanted to touch base. They go through, if you're interested in these batteries, I'm not going to go through on how to hook up in series and all this other stuff. I'm not very familiar with that. If you're going to buy one of these batteries, put them in series or put them in whatever else, I'm not the person to be explaining this to you because I don't know. And power and stuff like that scares me a little bit, so I'll stay away. So if you're interested in these batteries, they come with an awesome manual and it is very self-explanatory. So one thing I do want to touch base on before we get into showing you how well the battery's working. Charging them. Solar. And if you hook this up to solar, on an optimum day, full on sun, anywhere from 3 to 10 hours. You know, and that's basically, you know, if there's cloudy or if there's stuff in the way, but you can get a full charge between 3 to 10 hours. I'm going to lean more on the, say about it, it's probably going to take you about 8 hours to charge this. This right here is an absolute game changer. I don't need the battery here to talk about it because it's right here on my phone. It is Bluetooth compatible 5.0. So right now, it has been hooked up to my diesel heater underneath the trailer for 28 hours. And it was at 100% 28 hours ago. Have a look. Can you believe that? It's still at 93% 28 hours later. That is crazy. So there's a lot of other features here. I'll show you. So let's go down here. The battery temperature is at 44 degrees. I double checked that today. I have a temperature gauge under there. So that's your balance, your cell. Battery is optimal working condition, and that's just BMS running smoothly. So you ask, why is this important? Truthfully, this is extremely important to me because now it takes the guess out of it. I would have been sitting here probably panicking, oh, when is that battery going to be dead? You know, there's no way I ever would have thought 28 hours later it would be at 93% still. That's crazy. It really is. It's crazy. And I tried it out on something else. I have a power station right here that runs my lights out here, and it also runs my Starlink. On that power station, I get 8 hours of my Starlink. I tried this battery on the Starlink. I disconnected it at 24 hours later, and it still had 38% left. That's crazy. Download the app onto your phone, hook it up. It's as simple as that. Now you click onto the app, and off you go. Now I would like to thank Power Queen for sponsoring today's video. This battery, hands down, is worth every penny. And you can save pennies by hitting the description and hitting the link and using the discount code, which will all be down there. So, okay, good morning, guys. I just wanted to touch base with you. We're finishing up the editing on this video. It's coming out tomorrow at 2 o'clock as usual, so Thursday at 2. I want to take a second and thank everybody who has subscribed. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. I made it this far in the video. That's even better too, because honestly, that's the most important part about this for me, is that people are making it through to the end, and I greatly appreciate it. And I also wanted to touch base on my backup plans. You'll see a picture of my backup plan right here. which is another diesel heater. It's a portable one. It has a tank in it and everything. And that's the reason in the video, I put the through wall connection. It's easy. If that one fails, I can just hook this other one right into it, and within minutes be up and running again. Just hook it right into the ducting. So far, the diesel heater has worked flawlessly, and so hasn't the battery. And I wanted to touch something on the battery. Bluetooth part of it is phenomenal. How else do you know the percentage of your battery on any of the other batteries that don't hook up to Bluetooth? This is a game changer. Honestly, I was looking at it this morning. I'm like, man, I haven't checked in a couple days. It's still at, can you see? Let's go here. 86%. So there's only one other way I'd know what the percentage was. If it was hooked up to my charge controller. And my charge controller's under there. I'd physically have to go under there, open up the tarp, let all the heat out, and come back. This is awesome. Honestly, these batteries that can hook up to your phone, fantastic. Okay guys, that's it for me. Don't forget to check out these other videos. I guarantee you're going to want to see these ones. And next week, we got a doozy. So hang tight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.